Hey friends, welcome to some best moments of our lives, the Explorer Fellowship. Our first destination was Nainital, one of the most beautiful hill towns in India. A peaceful lake surrounded by tall pine trees and pleasant weather made it really feel magical. Here, we also visited the Raj Bhavan, a grand old building set deep in quiet forests, adding royal charm to Nainital's natural beauty. Our next destinations were Rishikesh and Haridwar, known for the holy river Ganga. In Rishikesh, we explored the Beatles ashram, once built as a peaceful retreat for meditation. The hills, the river, and the pleasant weather created a perfect atmosphere. Since Haridwar was nearby, so we also stopped by IT Roorkee for a short visit and met our friends and visited the historic campus site. It was great experience to visit IT Roorkee and meet friends. Then we moved to Darjeeling, and honestly, it turned out to be the most beautiful part of our journey. The moment we arrived, the cool breezes, light rain, and misty hills created a dreamlike atmosphere. It was looking like we are welcomed in style. We strolled along famous Mall Road and visited the Mahakal temple, which beautifully reflects the spirituality and historical soul of Darjeeling. It started raining and weather became even more magical. The Kanchenjunga hills were completely hidden behind the clouds, but somehow that made it even more special. We couldn't even pull off our raincoats in the rain, but we were enjoying every bit of it. It felt like stepping into a storybook as we were visiting Darjeeling for the first time. Honestly, I'd say मन नहीं था वापस आने का, but there were many places which were waiting for us. That's why we had to move on. And at the end, we also saw the iconic toy train. That's what Darjeeling is famous for. So the journey of Darjeeling is complete here. Then we entered Jogigopa, located in the Bogaigaon district of Assam. We went to see the rocket caves near the bank of Brahmaputra river. Honestly, the caves didn't quite meet our expectations, but the weather was really pleasant. The cool breeze and calm surroundings made up for it. We wandered around the rocks, clicked a lot of pictures, and tried to soak in the peaceful vibe. Nearby, locals were boating and catching fish in the river, adding a raw and natural charm to the place. Our next destination was Guwahati. There, we visited Kamakhya Temple, one of the most important Shakti Peeth in India. Perched on the Nilachal hill, the temple is known for its powerful spiritual aura and deep rooted mythology. It's a place where devotion and divine energy come together, making it a truly significant stop. Then we moved toward Meghalaya. In Meghalaya, we went to Shillong, a city in the lap of hills. The green hills all around looked so peaceful and fresh. They were covered with light clouds, and the cool breeze made the place feel calm and beautiful. It felt like nature was welcoming us with open arms. Next, we witnessed the stunning Seven Sisters waterfall in Meghalaya. The water falling from such a great height felt like white threads hanging from the sky. Surrounded by thick green hills, the view was truly magical. Clouds floated slowly over the valleys, touching the tops of mountains and making the whole scene look like dreamy. The roads in the hills were narrow and curvy, but the ride was peaceful and full of beauty. At every turn, we saw new ideas, deep valleys, tall waterfalls, and endless layer of hills covered in mist. It felt like we were moving through a world made by nature just for us. Next, welcome to Kolkata, a city of art, culture, and deep history. Before exploring the heart of city, we took a trip to Murshidabad, once the capital of Bengal and full of royal charm. There, we explored the famous Hazardwari Palace, a building with 1,000 doors and full of royal history. Right next to it stood the Grand Nizamat Imambara, known for its size and elegance. After that, we came back to Kolkata, and there we visited the church and Victoria Memorial, small houses on the hill slopes, and local markets, giving the city a homely and warm feel. The Victoria Memorial stands tall with its grand white marble and blends of British and Mughal architecture. Same with Hazardwari Palace stands with its 1,000 doors and royal design. The old church nearby adds a quiet charm with its simple colonial structure. Made of shining white marbles, its look is stunning from every angle. Inside, we saw beautiful old paintings, rare photographs, and artwork that bring history to life. Each gallery had something unique like scenes from British India and portraits of rulers. Outside the wide green garden, clear ponds and blooming flowers made the whole place feel calm and royal. It's the kind of place where beauty meets history at every step. Next, we went to Palakkad Fort, and there was nothing to watch except ourselves and the Hanuman temple in Palakkad Fort. But still, we went there and visited the Palakkad Fort. It was looking quite a strong structure, reflecting a blend of military strength and natural beauty. We also visited Alleppey, a beautiful place with calm backwaters and houseboats. We saw green trees all around and felt very relaxed while riding on the water and wandering on the beach. Our next stop was Bekal Fort, built right next to the beach, one of the most beautiful forts we saw. Greenery all around made it even more special. Every brick of the fort felt like it was telling a story of its rich past. The green hills and the strong walls and the sound of waves made a perfect combination of nature and history. It was time to enter Karnataka, and in Karnataka, we went to Mangalore first. There, we visited the Pilikula Biological Park. The place was full of greenery and different animals. We saw birds like storks and even spotted a cricket. Everything looked so calm and natural, but the most surprising moment was when we saw a leopard eating grass. We all looked at each other in shock. It was something we had never seen before. The visit was peaceful, exciting, and full of new things to see. Our next stop was the Grand Mysore Palace. The building looked like a dream with golden domes, big halls, and beautiful carvings. Every wall had stories from history. At night, the whole palace lit up with thousands of lights, making it look magical. It truly felt like a royal palace. Our next stop was Hampi, a place full of ancient ruins and history. As we entered, we saw huge stones, broken temples, and old markets that once belonged to a powerful empire. Every pillar and wall had beautiful carvings. We explored the famous stone chariot, the musical pillars, and the Virupaksha temple. The whole area felt like a walk through time. The calm weather, open land, and history all around made Hampi a peaceful and powerful experience. It was time for Goa now, the land of beaches, forts, and fun. Our journey started at Agoda Fort, standing tall with a view of endless sea. The strong walls and calm breeze made it a perfect start. Next, we visited Kolba Beach, soft sand, peaceful waves, and a relaxed vibe all around. Then we went to Archaeological Museum, where we saw old coins, statues, and art that told stories from Goa's past. We also explored the beautiful churches of Old Goa, peaceful and full of history. At Baga Beach, the energy changed. Music, water sports, and people enjoying every moment. And finally, we visited the Museum of Goa, a modern place filled with creativity, art, and bold ideas. Goa gave us a mixture of history and culture, something to remember forever.
There's this quote that I think about often that life is not measured by time, it is measured by moments. Some are big, but most are small. I like to think about life this way and savor even the smallest moments because that's all there is.
And just like that, our wonderful journey came to an end. From ancient temples to sunny beaches, every stop gave us memories to cherish. A heartfelt thank you to IIT Gandhinagar for sponsoring this trip and giving us the chance to explore, learn, and experience so much together.